Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt stuck in your business because you didn't have the money to take it to the next step? Maybe you've had opportunities right in front of you, a chance to expand, to buy more inventory, or invest in marketing, but the lack of funding stopped you dead in your tracks. Guess what? Here's the truth. You're not alone. Most entrepreneurs face this exact same problem, but the difference between those who stay stuck and those who succeed comes down to one thing: a plan to access funding. In today's video, I'm breaking down how you guys can unlock the power of business lines of credit, aka BLOCs, to launch and scale your business. You'll discover what a BLOC is and why it's the ultimate funding tool, hands down, for entrepreneurs. Step-by-step instructions to get approved for your first BLOC, even if you're new to business. The exact requirements banks look for and how to position yourself for success. Now, while smaller banks and credit unions are your secret weapon and examples of the best ones to start with, and most importantly, how to prevent banks from canceling your BLOC after 12 months so you never lose access to this vital tool. By the end of this video, you will not only know how to secure a BLOC, but how to use it strategically to grow your business without drowning in debt. All right, so let's jump right into it. So why are business lines of credit a game changer? Guys, a business line of credit is a revolving credit account that you can draw from whenever you need the funds. Think of it like a financial safety net that ensures you're always ready to seize opportunities or handle emergencies. But here's what makes a BLOC even more powerful. You only pay interest on what you use. You can withdraw and repay funds as often as needed, as long as you stay within your credit limit. Unlike loans, you don't have to reapply every time you need money. Let me give you an example. Say you were approved for a $50,000 business line of credit. You don't have to use the entire amount at once. If you withdraw $10,000 to invest in a market and pay back within 3 months, that $10,000 becomes available to you again. Now compare that to traditional loans or personal credit cards. With loans, you're locked into fixed monthly payments, whether you use the funds or not. And credit cards, the high interest rates could eat up into your profits. With a BLOC, you get the flexibility of a credit card and the low interest rates of a loan. Now, the pains of not having funding, all right? Now, let's get real for a moment. What happens when you don't have access to funding? Missed opportunities, right? You can't expand your business, even when demand is high. You have stunted growth. Without cash flow, you're stuck in survival mode. You're unable to invest in what your business needs to thrive. And you have stress and frustration. You're constantly juggling bills. You're worried about making payroll. You're unable to cover unexpected expenses. And for many entrepreneurs, this lack of funding becomes a breaking point for them. But it doesn't have to be that way. Step one, guys, choose the right bank for your BLOC. And here's where most people get it wrong. They walk into the big name banks like Wells Fargo and Chase thinking that's their best option. But here's the truth, guys. These banks are the toughest ones for new or small businesses to work with. Instead, your best bet is to go start with them regional banks or those credit unions. And here's why. They focus on building relationships and they're more likely to consider your unique circumstances. They often have more flexible requirements for new businesses also. And they're less reliant on strict algorithms and they're more willing to work with you personally. Some excellent examples include like Navy Federal Credit Union. We all know they're known for their competitive rates and working with first-time business owners. All right, this Regions Bank, they offer credit lines starting at $10,000 with flexible terms. Truist Bank, it's a regional bank that specializes in helping small businesses secure funding. All right, these institutions and more are likely to approve your application, especially if you're just starting out. Step two, guys, requirements on getting approved, all right? So to secure your BLOC, you need to demonstrate that your business is credible and capable of repaying the funds. And here's a checklist of what most banks are gonna be looking for. Number one, guys, they want to see proper business structure and documentation. So you got to register your business as an LLC or a corporation. Go obtain your EIN, your employer identification number. Go open up a business checking account and use it consistently. You got to have personal and business credit. Aim for a personal credit score of at least a 680 or higher. If your credit score isn't the best, establish business credit profile by using vendor accounts like Uline and Granger. Third, you're gonna have revenue and cash flow. You gotta show consistent revenue streams, even if they're modest. If you're new, provide a strong business plan with realistic financial projections. Number four, business credibility indicators, all right? Banks want to see that your business looks and operates like a professional entity. All right, this includes a professional website. You gotta have a business email, not a Gmail, all right? You gotta have a commercial address, not your home address. You gotta have a dedicated business phone number. It's gotta hit all those data points. Step number three, how to acquire your first business line of credit. All right, so once you've chosen the right bank and you've gathered the necessary documentation, it's time to go apply it. So here's the process, guys. Start small. Start with a modest limit, maybe something like $10,000 to $25,000. This builds trust with the bank. Then, next step, build a relationship. Now that you've opened up a business checking account at the bank you're applying to, and now you've maintained consistent deposits for at least 6 months, I want you to space out your applications next, all right? Space out your applications. Don't apply to multiple banks at once. Submit 1 or 2 applications and then wait at least 2 weeks before applying elsewhere. Step number 4, how to prevent your business line of credit from being canceled. All right, guys, and I know this from experience. One of the biggest frustrations entrepreneurs face is having their business lines of credit canceled or not renewed after 12 months. Here's how you guys can make sure it doesn't happen to you, all right? Number 1, use it regularly. Banks want to see activity on your account. Even if you don't need the funds, make small withdrawals and repayments just to keep the account active. Number 2, you got to maintain strong financials, all right? You got to pay off your balances on time and avoid maxing out your limit. Demonstrating financial responsibility reassures the bank. Number 3, you got to communicate with your bank. You got to build a personal relationship with your account manager, regularly updating them on the business's progress and your future plans. All right, number 4, you got to make sure to pay down the principal balance. Only paying interest payments for the entire year, that's a bad signal. It's a red flag to the bank, and it shows them that your business is struggling and not as strong as they thought, and that could give them cause for concern, and it could call up your line of credit. So make sure you pay down the principal balance also, just because otherwise it's not going to get renewed. So how to use your business line of credit wisely, all right? Having a BLOC is a privilege. It's not a free pass to go overspend. And here's how to use it strategically. Number 1, invest in growth. You got to use it to fund marketing campaigns, to hire staff, or purchase equipment that will generate returns, cover cash flow gaps, handle seasonal fluctuations or unexpected expenses without dipping into your savings. Use it to seize opportunities. Be ready to act quickly on profitable investments or expansion opportunities. Now, the consequences of waiting. Here's the hard truth, guys. The longer you wait to secure a BLOC, the harder it's going to become. Banks are tightening their lending criteria. I don't know if you guys have seen. Interest rates are rising. By procrastinating, you risk missing out on lucrative opportunities. You're facing stricter requirements in the future, paying higher interest rates, or possibly being denied altogether. So guys, if you're serious about starting or scaling a business, a BLOC could be a game changer you've been waiting for. So click the link below to schedule a free consultation with my team. We'll guide you step by step through the process of securing a BLOC and other business funding alternatives, ensuring that you're positioned for success. The opportunity to grow your business is here. Don't let it slip away. Take action today. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.